What's going on? Welcome to the Livestream show. About to play some songs acoustic, old ones, new ones. This will be fun. This song is called The Book Report. You are my favorite miracle. I've seen you in a field of marigolds, but I'm glad I don't have to give my prayers to you, cause I know we'll make it through whatever happens. I don't care how we proceed, I just care that you know me. I got bags under my eyes like I've been carrying groceries a long time with a strong mind. Brought up on the wrong side of the railroad cross slide where my grandma says they all die, but if you think about it, every soldier fights for compromise. I can't predict the future, but we all can prophesize. On your bedroom floor, I promised I would never grow up. I think since then I've seen we all eventually go to that white hospital bed we watched your dad lay and almost turn into a ghost. Ghost, I know you've had a bad day. That's okay, buddy, cause I swear to God I'm by your side, and I'll be with you anytime you say you're down to ride. So here I am, in the midst of feeling tired, watching fireworks from your garage and old facades that will retire. I only recently believed that we got tires in our souls that don't get weary. Anytime we go to drive them, we're the suicide kids. We only think about ourselves and keep secrets like I won't tell. And up on Suicide Hill, when we climbed high as hell, we used to hide out and try to find ourselves. We are the suicide kids. We only think about ourselves and keep secrets like I won't tell. And up on Suicide Hill, when we climbed high as hell, we used to hide out and try too hard to find ourselves. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Let's get it going. That was an old classic of mine called The Book Report. A lot of you guys might have found me when I first released The Book Report, and it's kind of crazy to think that I wrote that back in high school. I don't know. It's one of my all-time favorites, and it correlates with this song, Holes in Our Stories, the outro track on the newest album from last year. We all have holes in our stories. What matters is if you fall into them. Yeah, and if you don't, then you'll be alone for wherever our lives might head off to next. We all have holes in our stories and creases across our heads. So it was written there in the distance, an image of all of the things in our lives we regretting. I punched a hole in the wall the night that she called me and told me she left. Oh goddamn, I hit it so hard it indented. I miss a part of me I knew way back then. And we dug a hole in the concrete to lay down a few of our friends. The night they went missing, nobody would listen. No wonder our bonfires haven't burned bright ever since, cause we all have holes in our stories. What matters is if you fall into them, yeah. And if you don't, then you'll be alone for wherever our lives might head off to next. We all have holes in our stories and creases across our heads. So it was written there in the distance, an image of all of the things in our lives that we regret. What's up? Everybody comment and let me know where you're quarantining right now, where you are socially isolating. I'm upstate New York at this beautiful country home, and luckily it is super relaxing here, and I've had some time to just write and chill and make music in this room, which has been good. So, yo, Dirks, what's up, man? Dirks is a crazy talented graffiti artist based up in Canada. He does ridiculous pieces on his Instagram. You guys should check it out. We got Kansas in the house, Topeka. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Bath, UK. Wow. Maryland. Upstate New York. Spain. Amazing. Cole, I'm glad There's More to Life is in your bio. That's awesome. And you guys should also let me know what songs you want to play. I have a set planned. Like here's, I'll show you my set list, but it's kind of, it could change. Could be whatever. It's like, this is super low key, and I don't know. I might be a little clunky like some of the guitar and keyboard parts because I'm just kind of learning them all in the last few days. A lot of these I write the chords, and then Nico is Skinny Atlas, my producer, will turn it into a beat, and sometimes like I just don't even fully remember the exact instrumentation, so I've kind of like made these new versions just for this live stream. Definitely gonna do Ghosts for sure. And oh, what up, Denmark? That's pretty cool. How's it going, Noel? Yeah, so normally, obviously this would be at a venue or a coffee shop. Actually, a year ago today, I was in Chicago doing a coffee shop meetup at this sick little spot in Chicago. We had a show the day before, opening for Chesky, and it was one of my favorite shows on that tour. So shout out to anyone who's here from Chicago and who came to that coffee shop meetup. It was exactly a year ago today, and it was super fun. We signed the tour book and took photographs, and I just got like a warm welcome in the Midwest, so it makes me want to come back for sure. So I saw somebody requested when I posted on Instagram to play I'm Still Spinning, and that's one of my favorites, so I'm going to play I'm Still Spinning. And I actually originally wrote this on guitar when I was in the 9th grade. I wrote the riff on guitar, and then I translated it to keyboard later. So the original version is what you're about to hear. So this is the OG I'm Still Spinning from the album Senioritis. And if you know the lyrics, comment them along like you're singing along with the song. So here we go, record playing, stepping into separate ways. This one's a toast to the roads that we have to take. I know it's been a couple years in the making, but my head's spinning faster than the ceiling fan's blades. I say I still remember when we chilled in the attic, an overdose of dead jokes. I think I'm still laughing from our whispers on the roof of the car that you had. If we're doing this, let's do it big as dynamite. Imagine that another 50 years pass, I mean what I said. Just look to the right when it seems like nothing's left. Look to the sight of the smiles after setbacks. It feels like time flies wearing wings and a jetpack. Money can't buy happiness, but if I had $1 million, I'd spend it on a million things to keep my feelings up. Thanks for the everything, the cliches that keep sharing. Thanks for the running rugged road at my feet. Now it's time to leave behind the things you couldn't get to me, and now it's time to breathe out a thanks for the memories. Man, I gotta make sure this one's turning gold, cause this one's one for the road. So I'm singing loud, I gotta leave behind the things you never said to me. Now it's time to scream out a thanks for the memories. There'll be nothing like you at the place where I go, so this one's one for the road. So here we go, destination, I don't know, wherever's waiting. This one's a toast to the roads that will soon be taken. This one's an ode to the faces that'll change. Take your blueprints and throw them away. And let me tell you that I think our names are still written underneath the bleachers. I think that Molly's still got a lot for her to dream of. I've seen the parking lot, it's vacant with relief. The pink sombrero bandits weren't taken from the scene, but imagine that the world ends and I'm still spinning faster than a carousel of memories that never finish. The road's a skinny place you might not fit, but if you never had hope, let that shit out of your system, cause I'm getting sick of being lonely on your lawn, throwing rocks at your window in the middle of the morning. Stop if you think that you could fiddle through this song of life. It's like the road, the way it keeps moving on. Now it's time to leave behind the things you couldn't get to me, and now it's time to breathe out a thanks for the memories. Man, I gotta make sure this one's turning gold, cause this one's one for the road. And so I'm singing loud, I gotta leave behind the things you never said to me, and now it's time to scream out a thanks for the memories. There'll be nothing like you at the place where I go, so this one's one for the road. That is I'm Still Spinning. Yes, Bruce Springsteen with the indie raps. The perfect way to describe my style. I love that. So yeah, I mean this acoustic version of me, it's funny because I feel like it's very different than what I normally post online, and it's different than my studio recordings, but it's actually, to me, it's like super comfortable. And this is a lot of like the demos that I make in my free time are just kind of this way. This is the sound to them. And I'm gonna take out the keyboard, by the way. That's what's going on here. So a lot of the demos and songs I write start off with this, a little bit of a more folksy style. And like in the corner, for example, which you're shouting out in the comments, totally different. It's just like me rapping over a beat, and I love that style too. Tonight, opposite of that, just vibing on the acoustic instruments. And where I was going with that is when I was writing Holes in Our Stories, I actually had this whole other EP planned that I was planning would maybe come right after Holes in Our Stories, and it was these types of songs, like almost like campfire songs, you could think of them as, in a way. And I had like 4 or 5 of them that I've been kind of writing, and a few of them are recorded already, and we're still messing with the production. But that's the one that I'm gonna play next, is from that group of songs, and I don't exactly know what I'm gonna do with it, or when. Got something in my eye here, or when I'm going to put them out, or really what the production is going to turn into, but that's what this next one is going to be. So, hope you guys like the campfire vibes. So this is a new song. It's called Unfinished Like Your Basement. Never played before. I barely even sent this to anyone. And unreleased. Like, I can't even lie. Don't know when it's going to come out. Also, the chorus is stupidly simple. It's just like la da da, 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 la da da da. And the reason for that is because the song is about how every song I write is so wordy, so verbose, and so deep that I can never just write a simple song like everyone else that just goes la da da, la da da, la da da. So that's the concept. Unfinished Like Your Basement. And also imagine in that chorus a room, like a raucous room of like a bunch of drunk Irishmen singing along. That's the vision. Unfinished Like Your Basement. Now that the cliches have gone away, these are the only words I have left to say, and I will say them with so much conviction as I'm laying here on the floor of your kitchen, and I'm saying that the ceiling is spinning too fast. Reminds me of your skin, it peels and it cracks. I'm not complaining, but I worry on occasion. I will always stay unfinished like your basement, and we came of age at your dad's that night. Now you're somebody's mother and you're some guy's wife. You're some kid's stepmom, repainting his houses. I hope you know you'll always have a place in my albums. The poets write songs about the circle of life. I write another song, it circles under my eyes. I guess I was never meant to become one of them, and I'll never have the type of song that everybody sings like la da da, 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 la da 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 da. And now that the cliches have gone away, these are the only words I have left to say, and I will say them with so much intention as I'm sitting here on the stairs of your deck, and I'm saying that the best things in life fly by, and when we kill time it's like homicide in the hearts that we hid under your bed in a shoebox. We watch a sleepy town wake up from a rooftop. Now that the first great one got away, it's just the last 2 of them that remain. So I'm not complaining, I just worry that I'm chasing a part of me that's still unfinished like your basement. The poets write songs about the circle of life. I write another song about ending mine. I guess I was never meant to become one of them, and I'll never have the type of song that everybody sings like la da da, 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 la da da da, la da da. Bam! Unfinished Like Your Basement. Hope you guys like that. I can't wait to work on that song and release it eventually. So what's going on, everybody? How are you feeling? How are you holding up during the social distancing and the quarantine isolation days? You guys holding up okay? My mom is a nurse in New York City, which is why we were donating the proceeds from the new song Bruises to healthcare workers down in New York through the charity Direct Relief, which sends equipment and supplies to medical workers. So if you guys are, know anybody who is sick or is a healthcare worker who's seriously affected right now, hopefully everything is okay with all you. Giles, Corey, I'm glad you love postcards. That's awesome to hear. And Cosmos VH, I feel like I'm just butchering your guys' usernames, but Cosmos, I will play a quarter century. I actually really want to play it. Yeah, Philip, I'm getting a little stir crazy too. I was lucky that I planned the Bruises release, the new song that came out. I planned it before quarantine began, before COVID was even like big news in the US. So it just like coincidentally gave me something to focus on for the last month. And that was actually like just a blessing because I was able to focus and wake up every day and just work on stuff for Bruises. So hopefully you guys like Bruises, by the way, the new song. Douglas, thank you. I'm glad you like bruises. I was pumped to work with Avi the Nomad on it, and I don't think I ever would have done that type of track if it wasn't for him wanting to collab on it. Basically, like, he just loved that beat and he loved the flow in the chorus, and I don't know, I just don't think I would have like gone forward and finished it without him being super into it. So I was pumped I got to work with Avi, and glad we got to finish that song. If you haven't heard Bruises, please go stream it on Spotify. Add it to a playlist of yours on Spotify. That stuff makes a big difference. I think if you guys follow me by now, you could tell this operation is like as DIY as it gets. It's pretty much just me in this room with my computer. So every time that, you know, you're streaming something, or you guys are here in the chat, like being here or coming to a show, whatever, it's like directly supporting me and really helps and really makes a big difference. So glad you guys like Bruises. I feel like I'm missing some stuff in the chat here. Yeah, I'm very glad you guys like Bruises though. Thank you. Philip, Noah in the Sky, I appreciate that a lot. Chris, what up, Chris? Chris Conde, really dope artist who's here. Nick, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's awful. It's such a crazy time right now. This whole thing is just insane. I don't know. I don't have too many words of wisdom to really share about it, but it's insane. Hopefully I'll make it out to Washington State very soon. Will Hughes, the first tour that I plan, which is something I want to do when quarantine is done. That's one of my main goals. Washington will 100% be on the list. You guys have my word. Washington, Chicago. I want to do Nashville. We got my man Patrick Droney. He's an amazing artist in the comments right here. He's down in Nashville. I want to come down and hang out and write some songs. I'm sure you guys know my line in The Best Fears of Our Lives about Pat being the next Springsteen. That's your boy right here in the comments. All right, so what do we got next? I was gonna play an old classic, and you guys will recognize this one hopefully. And I'm gonna use a beat and then play guitar along with it because the keys are a little more complicated on this one. This song is called Ghosts. Yeah, and I got 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 ghosts. Yeah, and this is not the scenic route. Close your eyes, let me show you what I dream about. We fell asleep up on the ride home to the raindrops, the stereo and my phone buzzing. But I'd never heard a sweeter sound than all your cluttered thoughts slowly almost leaking out. Like we could do this with our eyes closed. As I listen to you try to hit the high notes, I said it's a simple thing that I'm thinking upon. Yes, I've been prickled, but I'm soon to be figuring out in a different time zone. Watching the fireflies fly, I'm always far away from where my mind goes by. You put a mountain in my way and I could climb that, or put an ocean in my way and I could dive right through it. Yeah, it's funny how we stand unchanged and plans unmade. I've always been a runaway but can't complain. I got ghosts. Yeah, and this is not the scenic route, just a tragedy away, so put your grievance out until we fought off all our goddamn ghosts. I'm sorry that we got that close. Yeah, and I got ghosts. Yeah, and this is not the scenic route, just a tragedy away, so put your grievance out until we fought off all our goddamn ghosts. I'm sorry that we got that close. Yeah, and I got ghosts. 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 I said I'm sorry that we got that close. So, take my weathered hands and feel me reaching out, as if the heavier life is gonna even out. She said I'm sorry, but I'm leaving now. They said I'm sorry, yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm leaving now. There's too much shit that we don't speak about. Awkward silence, oftentimes I've been talking to my waterline and trying to make my demons drown. If things have changed since I ride home, we're an accident away from being fine. So, I think it's funny how we never hit the high road. Somebody gets something or run like they call the 5-0. Die slower, pose upon this sunset town. Only gravity can hold a lover upset down, and we could climb up to your rooftop, our young chest pound, about to levitate. Everything will come back around. I've been waiting a lifetime to touch that ground. So if I burn this bridge, would you jump that now? Yeah, and this is not the scenic route, just a tragedy away, so put your grievance out until we fought off all our goddamn ghosts. I'm sorry that we got that close, yeah, and I got ghosts. Yeah, and this is not the scenic route, just a tragedy away, so put your grievance out until we fought off all our goddamn ghosts. I'm sorry that we got that close, yeah, and I got ghosts. Yeah, and this is not the scenic route. Yeah, and this is not the scenic route. So if you're getting sick of leaving or even repeating, weaving a seam to the people who seem to be cold, I know that you have fevers who sleep with your secrets, seeking a seal for the ceiling right before it falls on us both. And I believe in leaving demons, bereaving a reason we could only see those deep in seeds and that they needed to grow. And most MCs these days spit promotional rhymes. Is it wrong that I'm in touch with my emotional side? As a kid I used to wonder where the ocean would die, and if there's anybody like me hoping on the other side. Now I'm just broken enough to evoke emotion in both of us, open and spoken and totaled in lines. I'm gonna write things off when we go to revise. Nobody's ghost is colder than mine, despite the old jokes and life lessons that we'll hopefully find years down the road. Honestly, that's totally fine, but in your mailbox an envelope will open your eyes. Keep your friends close, I'll always with mine. Yeah, and this is not the scenic route, just a tragedy away, so put your grievance out until we fought off all our goddamn ghosts. I'm sorry that we got that close, Yeah, and this is not the scenic route, just a tragedy away, so put your grievance out until we fought off all our goddamn ghosts. I'm sorry that we got that close, but I will not apologize. No, I will not apologize. I said I'm sorry that we got that close. Yeah, but this is not the scenic route home, and I got ghosts. Yeah, 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 and I got ghosts. This is the part of the concert where we all say it together. Ready? Yeah, and I got ghosts. 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 But this is not the scenic route home. Throwback, that one. One of my favorites of all time. I gotta say, Ghost has had like 4 different lives now. Like, love playing that song live these days. So if you're just joining us, what's going on? Welcome to the first ever acoustic live stream, where I'm just playing my guitar and on my keys, and we're having a lot of fun. All right, some things you missed. We talked about where we are all quarantining. Skywatch, thank you. I'm glad that song has helped you. And Pat, thanks, bro. Thanks for being here. So you missed us talking about where we're all quarantining. You missed a new song called Unfinished Like Your Basement. I played the book report, a little bit of Holes in Our Stories, and I'm still spinning. So I'm actually going to play some more unreleased stuff right now. Normally, I think you guys know, normally I like sit on music for, 6 years before releasing it. And I just want to, whatever, caution to the wind. I just want to show you guys some stuff because I don't know when it's coming out and I'm trying to figure it all out. So it's not glory years time yet, but it will be. Wow, B-Way, your wedding got postponed. That's insane. Jeez. Best Man Speech, I gotta confess, the chords are super complicated on that song. I can't even front, like I can play them and rap it at the same time. So I can't do Best Man Speech, but in the future I could probably learn it. So this is a new song that's unreleased, and during this song, what I would love for you guys to do is comment any memory that you have with my music. It could be totally random, it could be super significant, it could be when you found the music, or, just some, like, your friend in college showed you it, or your friend in high school showed you it in a driveway somewhere, like, whatever. I would just love to know some role the music has had in your life, and something specific too. And if I don't reply to it now, I'm going to go back and read it all later. So it'll be super cool. Leave some memories in the comments. So this is an unreleased song. It's called Parachute Kid. So this song is called Parachute Kid, and the idea of this song is that your roaring 20s, which I write about in Break Some Ice, are like this gust of wind, like the roaring. I'm explaining the metaphor of the song. So it's like this roaring gust of wind, and you're just this kid with a parachute, and you're kind of floating through the wind and just not sure where life is going to take you. And I wrote it when I first turned 25. So this is a song called Parachute Kid. Here you go again, another parachute kid, watching airplanes pass on the Miracle Bridge, getting lost in the winds, being 25 years old. I've still got money in a get-rich scheme, but I'm slowly learning what it's costing me, like the grief that we kept in the pockets of the clothes we sold. I can't believe how long I survived when I got these body bags under my eyes that carry all the dead weight that I haven't let go. I had it all figured out back then at the staircase, second floor, mom's house in a shared space. How could I ever leave my camp days still untold? The fake ghost stories and the real ones too, and the bonfire ashes in your childhood room. We were teenage tragedies bound to go up in smoke. And so I drove my friends from the countryside to the emergency room, pissed drunk that night. I bet there's still a little silver lining left in our bones. So there's a part of us that I know will change, but I'll still remember you in those tones of gray, like the yearbook photos that we always say stole our souls. Here you go again, another parachute kid, watching airplanes pass on the Miracle Bridge, getting lost in the wind, being 25 years old. I've still got money in a get-rich scheme, but I'm slowly learning what it's costing me, like the grief that we kept in the pockets of the clothes we sold. I can't believe how long I've survived when I've got these body bags under my eyes that carry all the dead weight that I haven't let go. And the people that the books make no mention of are the heroes that we met at the Breakfast Club before we all got our undergraduate degrees in being alone. And we put stars in our eyes, then we took them back out up in Ithaca, New York, what I shouldn't have found on a dorm room bed where my legs swung down to the floor. In the spiritual autumns and the New Jersey rain, from my first apartment, so my first hurricane, with no lights on and no running trains to take us home. We shot a teen movie in your car that summer. I think I fell asleep, I was half undercover, still dreaming of a future where we wouldn't see each other get old. Oh yeah, here you go again, another parachute kid, watching airplanes pass on the Miracle Bridge, getting lost in the winds, being 25 years old. I've still got money in a get-rich scheme, but I'm slowly learning what it's costing me, like the grief that we kept in the pockets of the clothes we sold. I can't believe how long I've survived when I've got these body bags under my eyes that carry all the dead weight that I haven't let go. Here you go again, another parachute kid, thinking this'll be the one, this time has gotta be it, but I might have to hit the ground before I know. Alright, that's Parachute Kid. Hope you guys like the new jam. I am pumped to read what you guys are writing in here. I see the chat going by so fast. Thanks, Nick. Yeah, I got bars in the folksy stuff too, for sure. Cap Rise Son. That's cool that you found the music through Hayden with the song Dreams. I'm pretty sure I remember one of the videos that you're talking about. And I remember some people in the FaZe Clan too use Dreams a little bit. The FaZe Clan gaming channel. And I think that helped the music spread a lot. I don't know if you guys will ever quite understand the impact and importance that you have just being here and just supporting and listening to the music and writing me messages and stuff. It really has gone a long way for me, so thank you for being here. A lot of you all through the years, not just now and not just recently, and that means a lot. What's up, Addie? How are you doing? Totally remember you meeting you in Minneapolis at the coffee shop. That was super chill. That was the first coffee shop meetup ever. So that was a classic one. And I don't know, I'll always remember that. That was great. And headphones on wrong. Thank you for sharing bruises. I appreciate that. Means a lot and goes a long way. I'm just reading Dirks' comment here. Wow, Dirks, that's crazy. You've been listening for 9 or 10 years now, and that Bookmarks was the first one you heard. Bookmarks is, I think, an awesome song to start with for like just understanding the music and the sound of it and what it stands for and the messages and everything. And Young, Broken, Infamous, what's going on? I would love to come to the UK someday. So glad the music has helped you. I really would love to make it over there. That's a dream. That would be incredible. And yeah, I don't know. So I want to play some more unreleased stuff. This is a song, you might have heard me post a little clip of it one time on Instagram, depending how closely you follow along. The song is called, well, I'm not totally sure on the title. I'm still deciding. You guys could actually give me your suggestions, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to call it Fair Weathered Friends. And it's basically about all my friends getting married and me still feeling like I'm not settled down. So, I don't know, that's sort of the concept. And it talks about the season of summer being like a fair weathered friend, because summer is the fair weather and summer changes when all your friends get married. It's less of this fun, adventurous time and more of this, like, I don't know, it just kind of blends together, I guess, with all the other seasons. So this song is a new, unreleased song. Never played it before. I barely sent it to anyone. Fair Weathered Friends. Dear Summer, I don't know if I could talk to you again. Dear Summer, you were just a fair-weathered friend. Dear Summer, I don't know if I could talk to you again. Dear Summer, I don't know. As I sit here lighting matches, another summer night, another rite of passage, another fair-weathered friend waves goodbye, lightning crashes, and all I wanted was a longshore dream, a cigarette summer and a boardwalk beach, where our talk gets cheap and our skin is cut up by the broken bottles under our bare feet. Yeah, but something ain't right. Call the paramedics, it's a blood moon sky. Nothing lasts when the summer sails by, like our flood of emotion on those hurricane nights. And I keep counting, I keep waiting to take my steps. I keep looking for some great revelation, and I still haven't found it yet. All my friends are getting married, and all those kids are having kids, and everybody's settled down but me, and it is what it is. All my friends are getting married, and all those kids are having kids. It's fine to settle down, but I'm afraid I'm gonna drown if I ever even try and throw out an anchor from my ship. Dear Summer, I don't know if I could talk to you again. Dear Summer, you were just a fair-weathered friend. Dear Summer, I don't know if I could talk to you again. Dear Summer, I don't know. As I sit here leaning forward, I feel the breeze of wedding season calling. I watched an old friend leave this morning, through the heat, through the grief, through the secrets we're keeping dormant. And then it dawns on me, I spent the best years of my life being haunted. They walk down the aisle, but I might stay a while, here with the mosquitoes and the tiki torches. Yeah, but something ain't right. Call the paramedics, it's a blood moon sky. I miss the way we went through it at times, till the sun came up on those suicide nights. And I keep counting, I keep waiting to take my steps. I keep looking for some great explanation, and I still haven't found it yet. All my friends are getting married, and all those kids are having kids, and everybody's moving on but me, and it is what it is. All my friends are getting married, and all those kids are having kids. It's fine to settle down, but I'm afraid I'm gonna drown if I ever even try and throw out an anchor from my ship. Dear Summer, I don't know if I could talk to you again. Dear Summer, you were just a fair-weathered friend. Dear Summer, I don't know if I could talk to you again. Dear Summer, I don't know. That is Fair Weathered Friends. Hope you guys dig that. Thank you to everyone who is here, hanging out. Hannah, glad you like that. Bong Hits for Jesus. You might get the username of the night right there. I got some coffee going like around the clock during social isolation. Thank you guys. I'm glad you like that. Young, Broken, Infamous. First song you heard was Lonely Mexico. That's amazing. And Headphones On Wrong. Yeah, I do have a friend I call Ghost. I actually live with him now. Me and Ghost live together. And I shout out Ghost in the book report is, I think, the first time I ever mentioned him. And then also in the song Keep Your Friends Close. And then also in the Glory Years. So Ghost is a real character. And Ghost is unrelated to the song Ghosts. When it's plural, it's just, the metaphor. But yeah, Ghost is my friend, Andrew. He might be in here right now, actually. So a lot of people requested this next song. So I'm going to play it, even though it's super, super old one. So this is like throwback to a lot of just people who've been listening for a while. And shout out to you guys, Old Armor, Book Report. So glad you found those ones. Those are like some of the first songs I ever wrote. So that's super cool to me. So anyway, yeah, this next one is called Sandlot Blues. And actually, once again, I wrote it on guitar first and then translated it to keyboard later. It might be cool during this song if you guys drop a comment with one of your favorite lyrics of mine, like your personal favorite lyric that you like the most, just something that pops into your head. And there's a reason why I'm asking. The reason is that I want to start making more merch with my lyrics on it. And my buddy Tom Flynn, who designs all my merch and everything, he just has a ton of ideas, and we kind of just need to decide like what we're gonna print, because I actually get all my merch printed and ordered to my apartment, and I ship it out from there. So I would love for you to leave your favorite lyric in the comments, and I'll see if there's something I could turn into merch. All right, this song's called Sandlot Blues, the acoustic version. I got my hands in my pockets and I'm walking to the promised land, making sense of these Sandlot Blues. My head's on my shoulders like my heart in the center of this song that I wrote for you. I got a plan in my mind for the future I find. Growing old is a somber tune, and staying young's about as likely as my pen pal writing or my birthday wishes coming true. Man, I got dust in my eyes from my childhood lying down in dugouts and sands of blue. And I've been sitting in the soil like grass will grab me if you're a Sandlot failure too. And I don't think I'll ever make it to the ballpark sunset, it's already late afternoon. I gotta haste in my step, hop the chain link fence and keep dreaming, cause that's all I could do. Man, I dare you to memorize all my rhymes that apply to you, and say them like they're headline news, cause I've been penning with a pen, trying to capture where I've been, in an outro that's catchier than bedtime tunes. All the best highs following the dead signs too, the places where we left smiles, let's widen youth. If heaven's all that lasts forever, I'ma pass soon. Until then you'll see my dirty ass young face next June. I got my hands in my pockets, I'm walking to the promised land, making sense of these Sandlot Blues. My head's on my shoulders like my heart in the center of this song that I wrote for you. I got a plan in my mind for the future I find. Growing old is a somber tune, and staying young's about as likely as my pen pal writing or my birthday wishes coming true. And man, I got dust in my eyes from my childhood lying down in dugouts and sands of blue. And I've been sitting in the soil like grass will grab me if you're a Sandlot failure too. And I don't think I'll ever make it to the ballpark sunset, it's already late afternoon. I gotta haste in my step, hop the chain link fence and keep dreaming. And keep dreaming, cause that's all I could do. Sandlot Blues. Loving these lyrics that you guys are dropping in there. Put a mountain in my way and I could climb that. That could be really cool merch, actually. We got the keyboard back here again. Feels like the entire tri-state is on my collarbone. Hey. That's a line from The Only Torn Up Boy in New York on Holes in Our Stories. If you've never heard the album Holes in Our Stories, that's the new album that came out last year. All of my projects are like these crazy conceptual things that I put years of work and thought into, so I'd love for you to listen to Holes in Our Stories if you haven't yet. I also got it pressed on vinyl for the first time. Shout out to every person who's picked up a vinyl and supported, and also wrote a little book with it too, called Revive the Great Adventure, and there are very few copies of the book left at this point in time. Yeah, Wrinkles is, I don't know, I want to do a lot more with Wrinkles. Sometimes I just daydream about reproducing Wrinkles with a beat behind it, like giving it some drums and maybe even playing it on keys, I don't know. I've never seen that movie, Visible Bruckman, but that's cool that Sandlot Blues reminds you of that. Sandlot Blues, even though it doesn't sound like it, was actually about a relationship, like kind of my first serious relationship. So, David, thank you for picking up that vinyl. I appreciate it, man. You don't have a turntable yet? You should get just a little cheap one, just for like a different way to experience music. I don't know, I know it's kind of a trendy thing now, but it's really underrated, and it really gives you, gives you a different type of experience with it. And yeah, Caleb, if you ordered lately, I'm sorry that the merch is so delayed. I'm sure I told you, I think I emailed you, but I'm upstate right now. My merch is down in the city, so I don't really have a way to mail it out. And I thought I was going to be able to make a trip like 2 weeks ago, but I wasn't able to yet. So I'm going to, at some point, be able to make a trip and mail out the merch. So thank you for hanging tight and being patient, and thank you for supporting. I'm glad you like this shirt, you guys. This shirt is my dad's shirt that I just found like lying in a box over there on the floor. I'm not even kidding. So this is like I think it's an actual vintage shirt. And Nick, you gotta get a Nowhere Kid hoodie, man. These are the newest kind right here. These are the blue ones that I haven't even really posted about it, but they're actually listed up on my site. So you guys can grab them whenever you want. I have these, and then I have the gray ones. And someday I might restock the t-shirts too, but there's a few left still of the black t-shirts and a couple of the cardinal red. But these are the newest Nowhere Kid hoodies. Shout out to Tom Flynn who designed it. It says, merchandise for soul searchers and grave diggers and suicide kids. Designed and made by Dylan Owen and his friends. This hoodie looks better with creases. So yeah, those are up on DylanOwenMusic.com/merch. So I'm going to play a song right now that is very special to me. I feel like I'm half losing my voice. This song is called A Quarter Century. This is off Holes in Our Stories, and this song is about turning 25 and feeling like everything's supposed to magically work out when you turn 25. I think that a lot of people have that idea in their heads, like some age, everything in your life is going to make sense when you turn 24, 25, or whatever. So that's what this song is about. And it talks about life, love, death, and those things. Tomorrow I turn 25, all my friends are getting high. I'm joking that the speed of life is catching up to me. With all the weaker ways we pass the time, blow our smoke and act surprised when someone sees a message in the chemicals we breathe. I know I'm tired now from that alone, wearing someone's tattered clothes to sneak out of the house and walk on eggshells through the leaves. So I panic like a parent would, kick my habits out for good. I'll see you at the wake when our captains rest in peace, and in the miracles we buried beneath our living room couches. Someday they'll come back to me if I leave home without them. I don't know the meaning of life or what life means to me, but until that great adventure arrives, this is how I'll always be. And I remember turning 17 with emptiness ahead of me. Then a girl named Anne gave me a rainbow I could keep to color in my happiness, and sanctuary mattress beds that weren't as black and white as all my airport poetry. And every stupid song I sent to you in post office confessionals, most of the words we write are someday torn up into sheets. Maybe this is goodbye for good. Someday I might write our book, we'd make a great story, but that one's escaping me. And I hope your new boyfriend has posture like the Colorado mountains. I hope he's tall and wise just like them, cause if not, how's he helping? Annie, I could draw you a sun, I can draw you a sea. But until our great adventure revives, this is where we'll always be. And I just hope my grandpa made some friends, wandering around again, telling everybody stories of his favorite teams and all the trophies they hang on the walls of championship basketball. How my mama had the strongest shot in the whole league. This town will hold a mass for you and name all the streets after you, and all the people that you loved will get up there to read. I remember racing in your van, in and out of traffic jams. I can't believe we made that flight to Colorado Springs, and I hope that there's somewhere we can go if paradise is crowded. I know you'll find your place in the sun, 'cause I see you in my shadow. I don't know the meaning of death or what death means to me, but until that great adventure arrives, this is who I'll always be. And tomorrow I'll turn 25. I don't wanna laugh or cry. I'm joking that the Grim Reaper is catching up to me, and all the parables I tell myself, like someday this'll all unveil. For now the footnotes still have bandages that wrap their feet, and this hand-me-down emotion you've left out for me barely fits. It's just a quarter century, kid, you can't be sick of it yet. I don't know the meaning of life or what life means to be, but until that great adventure arrives, until that great adventure arrives. That's a quarter century. And A Great Adventure, I gotta confess, was an album name I was playing with for a long time. With Holes in Our Stories, it was maybe gonna be The Great Adventure. It would have been a slightly different album. Also was thinking of calling it The Great Misadventure, but here we are. So, alright, I was thinking of playing one more, but just want to chat for a minute before we wrap this up. So, you guys tell me, what's the best TV show you've been watching during quarantine? I've been watching the new season of Ozark, and I watched The Outsider. And I gotta say, Ozark was amazing. Just completely riveting all the way through. So, highly recommended. What's up? We got Skinny Atlas in the chat. What's up, Skinny Atlas? That's the producer behind all these songs. Liz Lennon, how are you doing? Money Heist. I gotta say, I've seen that thumbnail. I have not clicked on it yet. I wasn't sure about it. Unorthodox looks really good, Liz. I want to watch Unorthodox for sure. And Tiger King, I actually have not watched. I feel like I've seen so many people talking about Tiger King online that I don't know. I feel like I'm just so out of the loop that I don't even want to get into it at this point. Ryan, you recommend Unorthodox? Okay. Sounds like we got an Addy. Wow, lots of votes for Unorthodox. Crazy. Yeah, Mr. Robot is great. I saw that too. I also want to watch just like some really good movies, because I'm in this phase right now where I'm just writing new music. I have like so many demos that are kind of really in a rough phase, and I'm just still working on them. So any movies that you guys think might be inspiring, I get a lot of my inspiration from like visual things and just visuals in general. So, all right, I was thinking of playing one last track, which is a song a lot of you guys requested, and I don't know, but before we wrap up, I just want to say that thank you for being here through the years again, and for supporting Bruises, the new song with Avi the Nomad, and just I want to stress that it makes a huge difference. You guys supporting and listening to the music, it directly affects me and affects the way the music spreads. So that just means the world to me, and I just want to say thank you. And next, after Bruises, I don't know what's going to come yet, but I think I'm going to have more singles. I want to do some more collaborations, but definitely will be another single soon. Hopefully like in the next 3 or 4 weeks, possibly. Have some songs that are contenders for it right now. just kind of figuring it out. But I don't know. In the meantime, we'll do things like this. All right, this is the last song, and to accompany this song, The Glory Years, which is what it's going to be, I have some old Casio drum beats. So forgive the goofy sounds. That's just kind of like what we got to work with right here. This is the lo-fi Instagram acoustic version of a Dylan Owen set. All right, this song is called The Glory Years. And when the world finally ends, only then will our destinies doubt us. And when we spin off the edge of our steps and our couches, and just the hidden songs are left in our cassettes and our albums, can we expect that something better surrounds us when we exit our houses? Yeah, the death of my childhood would unfold in notches. It was a cave-in social comet of a stolen promise. So how'd we grow up but not grow up into who we said we'd grow up into? We said we knew someday we'd grow up beyond this. Now I'm as lonely as the town drunk who only knows he's a man when he's holding a handful of Soko and Daniels, sitting at the bar calling all the college girls over to singing Billy Joel karaoke from a broken piano. And I don't want to end up just like him. I'll keep on writing to my bookmark bands. I'll keep on writing till I lose all that's left of my good heart friends, until I've spent all that's golden and that took our breaths. If only it matters, I'll probably take the loneliest stance and listen wholly abandoned home to me. We always will carry it with the strength of an ocean. I'll go like soldiers in battle, and looking back over my shoulder, see the roads that we travel without the worst nights in my glory years, without the holes in the rooftops we climbed on, without the dead nights in the adventure life, without the memories we'd never bet our lives on. How would I know whoever I am without the long drives to anywhere that we were always miles from? And if these are the best of times, I don't want mine back. The glory years I always thought I'd have aren't here. So for anybody watching this Instagram live stream right now who feels like you still have the best years of your life left to live, I'm right there with you. Yeah, and we nicknamed my best friend Ghost for all the haunts he'd have. There's more to life than the glory years that we thought we'd have. We formed a pack for down the road in case we lost track. A dollar diner, coffee calls, and screen porch menthol packs. If you end up somewhere in an office selling car glass and I still live at home in 5 years, let's get our maps and tape them to the window seat. We could travel north fast. Small town kids who learn to fight from our divorced dads know the rules of separation like our palms. Tired out of watching burning houses from our lawns. If only we could find a way in vacant distance summers and fall in deep enough love, we'd make our parents miss each other. One story starts for everyone that never made it. I kissed my first girlfriend on an air mattress that levitated. I used to hate the ground, its roots and holes are bound to fail, but making out in UFOs at the Orange County Fair made me feel like something from another world would save us, or some great tragedy would come along to turn my pages. Maybe I was waiting for a battlefield to earn my place in. So looking back at us, the world can see we were courageous, but all our worry signs and torn up lives I won't ignore. Fell in love too many times, at least we got to know our floors. I don't plan to ever get the moments we've been hoping for. A couple years later, fast forward, now I know I won't try. I know I won't try. I won't spend my whole life looking for an answer that I won't find. Now I know I won't find it. Damn right I won't find it. I'ma take potential and bury it like I'm gold mining. I'll take my pen and I'll press it and pray my penmanship resurrects my depressions, my friendships, my own crisis. I was only 22. How was I wishing for the wisdom that's been missing in collision with my old life? Yeah, I was only 22. How the fuck was I wishing for what's missing from an old life? Without the worst nights in my glory years, without the lows in the rooftops we died from, without the dead nights in the adventure life, without the people that you never could rely on. Man, how would you know whoever you are without the long drives down the black midnight roads that we almost died on? These are the best of times and I don't want mine back. The glory years I always swore I'd have aren't here, but I got wrongs, I got roves, I got seams, I got long intermissions where I lost my feet. I got my best friends behind me, yeah, I brought my team. They're in the background singing like that's all I need. The orange lights, the ocean gasping, the solo passive. My quarter life flash is short enough to make my story last. There's more to write than the pouring rain in the autumn grass. There's more to drive to than all the places you'd want to crash. There's more to life than the glory years that you thought you'd have. Thank you guys again so much for being here, not only tonight but through the years. This was an amazing live stream. Peace out, everybody. Thank you. Let's do this again soon.